Brian Powell of I Run Far here with Zach Miller before the 2014 Grand Trail de Templiers. Welcome to France, Zach.
Well, thank you. It's good to be here.
You've had a quick rise here in the trail and ultra community. Just less than a year ago at JFK, you sort of burst onto the scene. And has it felt like a whirlwind journey since then?
Yeah, a bit. It's maybe slowed down a bit. It was quite a whirlwind for a while, but yeah, no, overall everything happened very quickly. So it's been fun though.
You've raced 250 milers, if I'm correct.
Yes.
And won them both.
Yeah.
For really good fields.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of set the bar high for myself.
You did.
So.
And this essentially falls in that same range. It's just a few miles short of 50 miles.
Yeah.
Do you think, another 6 months after Sonoma, you're in good fitness for this distance?
Yeah, I think I'm definitely fit. I think I'm definitely strong. So I was talking with Jody Adams-Moore at dinner last night, and I was saying it's kind of a mystery for Sunday because I haven't raced an ultra since Sonoma, so done a lot of training since then, but I don't know exactly where I stand in terms of what I have. So it'll be a little bit of a mystery on Sunday to see what I can do. Is it better? Is it worse? Is it somewhere around the same? So I guess we'll find out on Sunday.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel strong.
Over the summer, you concentrated on shorter mountain running. What made you do that, and how'd it go?
Yeah. Well, I like to space out my ultras if I can. It gets kind of hard with like when they all fall and when championship races are and whatnot, but if I can, I like to space them out. I like to keep some variety in my running. So I think partially I wanted to try and make some U.S. teams, like some U.S. mountain teams, and I really didn't know if I'd make any of them. But I just kind of started racing mountain races, ascent races. Basically, I think my longest race since Sonoma has been like around 14, 15 miles, which was Mount Evans ascent. So yeah, I just kind of, threw myself in there, and it started going well. I kept doing it. Made the long distance mountain team and made the shorter mountain team as well. So yeah, it was fun, and was able to do a bunch of training with Joe Gray, and he's all about that stuff. So he kind of whipped me in shape for it.
Yeah, he wasn't gonna put up with you just slacking off.
Oh no, he's like always pushing me. So that's been really good, and yeah, I think it bodes well going into an ultra to have that high intensity racing background over the last couple of months, and now transition back to the ultra.
So maybe when some of the other people who've been sort of consistent in the ultra scene over the summer won't be ready for the sharp intensity later.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think they can be ready. I think I just, like, for my confidence sake, it's nice to know that in the back of my mind, I now know, I can kind of hold my own on, those shorter, faster efforts, because I didn't really know where I stood there. I could keep it up in an ultra climb, but I hadn't really tested myself on that shorter, higher intensity climbing. So, and I'm not, the best in the world. I wasn't winning world championships or anything, but, just trying to hang in there. But no, I think guys like Vargo and them probably incorporate training in their schedule that's, shorter, faster, and I think they'll be able to climb too. Like, it's just good for my confidence.
Did you change up your training a lot when you switched over to the shorter mountain running? Or
No, not really. Actually, I was just kind of, things were going well for me. I just kind of kept doing my ultra style training, and ended up running really well at Loon Mountain to qualify for the mountain team. And after I qualified, I was kind of like, well, actually, like, I was supposed to run UROC, and Joe Gray said to me beforehand, he's like, well, what if you make the mountain team? And I was like, well, what? Like, I didn't know that, like, World Championships was right after UROC, and I was like, oh, that's a problem. I was like, well, but I wasn't really sure that I'd make it, so I was like, well, I'll cross that bridge if I get to it, and then I got to it, and that's why I didn't race UROC. But no, training, I did a lot of workouts with Joe Gray that mixed in some faster stuff, but I usually mix in some faster stuff anyways. So in the big picture, my training probably wasn't, it was like what I did for mountain, what I did for this race was not drastically different.
Gotcha.
I kind of figured ultra training got me on the mountain team, so I just stick with it and see if I could run well at Worlds that way.
Speaking of the team aspect, you're here as part of a Team USA. Do you think there'll be any strategy amongst like the different teams, or do you think there's extra sort of incentive, if you don't have a great day to push through it?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's incentive to push through it if you're not having a good day, but you're still out there in like the top 3 or 4 for your team, and you could potentially score. I think that gives like a lot of push. You run for each other. I think
and you ran
ultra that could be pretty big.
High school and college cross country.
Yeah, and team aspect was always big, so you always got to fight to the bitter end. I mean, my high school team just back home has been having a great postseason, and they were saying, they won their league championship, and the guys were just all like running for each other, and it was just, and they ran phenomenal and won. So I think that type of thing comes into play at a race like this. Will there be a lot of strategy, like pack running, guys helping each other out like that? I don't know. It kind of sounded in the press conference this morning that maybe some teams would be working together. I know at Sonoma, like we had a big Nike contingent there, but I felt like it helped to have a contingent, but we didn't really like pack run. Like we just kind of all went out and did our thing.
It's hard when the race is that long and people's strengths and weaknesses are slightly different.
Yeah, I think you maybe just kind of you mostly run your race, and then if you can help each other out some, that's great if that works out. But mostly you just run for each other, and then try and get that win for the team. But if everybody runs to their best of their ability, I think the U.S. team should fare pretty well.
Nice. Well, best of luck out there.
All right.
Best of luck to Team USA.
Thank you.
And a bonus question for you, Zach.
Okay.
If you were any imaginary animal, what would it be, or creature?
An imaginary? Oh goodness, I don't know. Something fast and something that could fly. So maybe a cross between like a falcon and maybe like a wolf.
Awesome.
Yeah.
A wolf falcon.
Yeah.